Oh, didn't see you there. My name is Heidi Salmon. And what's my leadership story? Well, I'll tell ya. Also, that was Pepsi, not alcohol. Don't drink underage, kids. So I grew up in Melbourne, Florida, which is about 2 hours down the coast. Really huge sailing town, like sailing community. There's a bunch of marinas and things like that. So ever since I was little, I've been sailing. I think I was about like 5 years old when I started, which is definitely a bit young to sail, but definitely love it. So much fun. And I think through sailing, I learned a lot of like how to coordinate with people because, you know, when you're all on the boat, you have to all work together to figure out, you know, if you're in a race, how's the fastest you can go, what speed, you know, how do you adjust for the wind and things like that. And also just like how to not capsize the boat was probably one of the first lessons I learned, you know, and tip over because you don't want to fall in. And I've definitely done that many times. But I think it really taught me how to like coordinate and work with people, which was a great lesson to learn. So that's where I started my leadership journey, I think. And then I took it, so my parents were very big on the idea of like, just go out and try everything, see what you like, you know, and stick with what you like. If you don't like it, you know, that's okay, but don't be afraid to try things. So when I went to high school, I tried a bunch of things and ended up really liking a lot of things. So that led to me being in a bunch of clubs and things like that. So for example, I was the student body president in my high school, which was super fun. Definitely taught me a lot of like coordinating things like that, but so much fun. Loved it. I was the captain of the speech and debate team, which whenever I tell people that, they're always like, oh, debate, like you must really like to argue. And I'm like, no, I just like to like prove my point, you know what I mean? But yeah, so as a captain of the speech and debate team, I was a flight commander in ROTC, which was so much fun. I would like 3 days a week go teach the class how to march and like stuff like that. And then once a week we would do a leadership lesson, which was super fun. And those were like my favorite days. And then on the other day of the week, we would teach like aeroscience and stuff. So the aeroscience aspect was saved for the instructor, or the ASI as they would call it, of the course. But I got to teach like leadership and marching, which was really fun. And I'd like had a bunch of different responsibilities, like taking attendance and stuff like that too. But it was so much fun. I did get Flight Commander of the Year, not to brag, but it was super fun. So I loved being Flight Commander. I was in the leadership team in theater, which I think definitely helped. So in addition to being like in the show, and would also be doing like costumes, props, sound, light, coordinating all of that kind of thing. And then so for like sound and light cues, I would set up the cues, mark in the script where they are, find the sounds and stuff for them, and then teach someone how to do it so that during the show days when I was up on stage, they could be doing it and stuff like that. I did choreography too, which was really fun. I've directed some scenes. So, excuse me, I really loved being on the leadership team because I feel like I got to see a bunch of different aspects of theater that I normally wouldn't be able to see. And I think I definitely learned a lot about like analytics in it because, for instance, so like for props, say on a prop list like mug. And for example, we had a show where a character came on stage and got so upset, threw a mug, and it like shatters. And so you have to think like, okay, like we need a mug, but we also need, you know, a mug for every show because because you're not gonna try to like glue back together a mug for the next show. So you need like 8 mugs. Oh, and then you need 2 for Tech Week. So you end up with like 10 mugs. But it's like thinking through all of those little things of like, okay, what do we need to make this work? So I did FCA Leadership, which is the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. So I was on the leadership team there, so I would give testimonials and things like that for their meetings, and then sometimes I would organize their guest speakers, which was very fun. Yeah, but it was very cool. Spirit Week, I was the Spirit Week coordinator, so I was in charge of like for the homecoming festival and stuff like that. We had this big festival where every club would be in charge of a booth. So I would work with the heads of each club on like, what booth are you doing? Okay, great. Or no, you can't do that. Somebody else is already doing that. Things like that. And then organizing where they would be specifically. And it would be stuff like, oh, the swim team is doing a slip and slide. Okay, so like where's the hose outlet located so like they can be close to that, and really like coordinating all those kind of things. And then I led pep rallies, which was really fun. I was like the person with the megaphone. Definitely helped with public speaking and stuff like that. I did morning announcements every morning, which you can imagine was so much fun. I was a lot of like, good morning! And then I was on the swim team too, which was absolute a blast. And so I think I learned like not to be afraid of joining new things, joining new clubs and things like that. And taking that into college, I decided like I really loved theater. And I was like, I enjoy this so much. I think it's so much fun. I really like performing and being on stage. So I think with leadership, I like for instance, the first day of class in Dr. Olson's class, he was talking about dreams and like things you really want. And then to achieve them, like visualizing it, and he had brought up that girl's jersey that she drew and like had out in front of her in a place she could see it every day, and then her actual jersey that she got. So I like really took that lesson to heart, and I was like, whoa. I was like, okay, I have this dream of, I really want to play Tracy Turnblad in Hairspray, in the show Hairspray. I'm like, it's my absolute dream. I want to do it for probably since I was in like middle school, but it's my favorite show. It's my favorite role. I'm like, I really want to do this. And since middle school, I've always looked at any theater on like the East Coast, even like the central side of Florida, for doing this show, the Hairspray show, because it's a very fun show. You'd think there'd be more people. If you haven't seen it, there's a really good 2007 movie with like John Travolta and stuff. Highly recommend. But it's super fun, and no theater has done it since. Oh, that's my dog. His name is Scout. Scout, come say hi. This is him. So basically, I've wanted this show for like forever. So every year I check local theaters and stuff to see if they're doing the show. And again, no theater has done it. And after that first day of class, I feel like I really took that lesson to heart, because I went home and I was like, I gotta do this. So I printed out my headshot, which is like what you give during the audition, and it's also what's in the playbill once you're in the show and everything, what the audience sees and stuff in the playbill. And then I print out like the logo of the show and everything, and I have it hanging up in my room. So I see it every morning. So I'm doing my like research, and wouldn't you know, in St. Augustine, Florida, they are doing Hairspray at the Limelight Theater. In the auditions are in April, and then the show is in July and August. I am so excited. Nobody has done it in like 8 years or so, 8 or 9 years. I'm excited. I've been working super hard. I practiced my audition song every single day. I'm so ready. When I get this, you guys should definitely come see it. I feel like I've taken the leadership aspect of like having that dedication and really like thinking, oh, okay, this is what I want to do, and setting that game plan of like, okay, what what do I need to get there? Instead of like, oh, this is just a dream I have. It would be great if that would happen, to like, okay, I need to have the song ready. I need to, be able to dance. It's a very dance heavy show. But so I've been taking like dance classes and stuff, but I love to boogie, so it should be fun. But having that like dance, singing, I take voice lessons and stuff. So just preparing myself in every aspect, so when the opportunity arises, I'm ready for it. And the opportunity has arisen. And I'm so excited. So I will keep you guys updated. But I really feel like this leadership class and this leadership practicum has really helped me get to that point of like, okay, like, I can do this, like, let's get it in motion. And it's in motion now. I'm so excited. And I will keep you guys updated. The auditions are in April. So I'll know then, when I get it, that I got it. Yeah, we're keeping that mentality. But thank you so much for listening. And that is my leadership story. All right, thank you.